This episode is brought to you by Monkey Nutrition. And I didn't realize the kind of stuff that you do, because for some reason when I had watched footage of you in the past, I'd seen you competing, I'd seen you, you know, in the parkour competitions, but then I see pictures of you in bridges and stuff like that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Tim. Is that something you've always pushed yourself to do? Is that something in the last couple of years, or have you always done that? And why are you doing that?
To some degree, not to that element, to that level. I'm doing it now. I've kind of, and the photos you're referring to, I recently did a photo shoot in New York with a friend, and I was hanging from the bottom of the Williamsburg Bridge.
That was the Williamsburg Bridge?
Yeah, maybe 70 foot up.
Was it a scaffolding there, or a piece of
No, it was just the I-beam.
The I-beam, okay.
I love I-beams, they're the best, good grip.
Okay.
But yeah, they're for me are real tests of faith. In those moments, I just go, I know I can do it, and it's weird. So I climbed the frame of the whole thing up like 70 feet, and then I shimmied out across it, and then, you know, from standing on top of the I-beam to hanging on it is maybe 5 different grabs, and then you're hanging just on your fingertips 70 foot below, and my friend in the distance snapping on a long lens, and about 4 or 5 passers-by that spotted it with him. And it's kind of, I'm just witnessing, I'm just watching myself go through the motions. I decided to do it, and it's such a meditation, because it's like I'm not in my body. My body's done everything that it needs to do 1,000,000 times before. It knows, it does every step along the way. It checks everything. There's no like moment where it's like a gamble where you suddenly jump in and, oh, okay, I'm safe. You know, it's everything's controlled, and one move at a time, you could probably do everything I'm doing in those photos, but do you have the faith to do it?
Right. And
that's what I want to work on. And I don't think life is as black and white as people seem to think, or as random. I don't believe in coincidence, but people think accidents can happen, you know, one blow of wind or a slip from this. And my own experience of life, which is all I can go on, is that life doesn't work like that. I've only ever messed up when my mind wasn't present. When I've been stressed about something, anxious about something in the future, or pissed off about something in the past. That's when I stub my toe, when I'm like going to take the trash out and I'm hassling about my bank that I've got to go sort out later, you know. That's when I stub my toe. And that's a lesson saying, hey, be present.
Be present.
And if you don't listen in those moments, and you stub your toe, and then you're angry that you stub your toe, and you don't recognize the reason you stub your toe, then the lesson's going to be a bit harder, and you might bang your head, and then you might, you know, break your finger, and then you might get in a car accident because when you were driving along, you were angry about your wife that you should never have married in the first place, or something, you know. And these are life gives you lessons along the way, from my experience, from my observations. And I think ayahuasca is one way to get a quick hit of all of it in one go, but I think life generally is giving you a longer ayahuasca trip if you're observant in your.
Yeah, that's a good observation. I'd say that's true. Don't miss London Real. Subscribe now. This week on London Real, we have movement artist Ido Portal.
So people think it's about handstands and, you know, jumping on the rings and doing flips or whatever, when actually our work is way, way beyond that. It's a completely different and a huge paradigm shift in the way that you think about your practice and your movement and your body. We all have a body and we all move. We have no choice. The only question is, how well are you doing it? And most people just don't have the user manual for their own machinery. Changing your dogma takes guts. I don't believe in planning. I believe in reacting. I'm not a messiah. I'm a thinker. I'm a teacher. I'm a mover. I'm being Ido. I'm just trying to handle myself in that way and be genuine.
On Sunday, London Real presents Ido Portal. Just move.
Walk beside me. Don't walk behind me.